Answer me when I talk to you. Don't you eat every day?
Yeah.
As long as you in my house, you put a sir on the end of it when you talk to me.
Yes, sir.
You eat every day.
Yes, sir.
Got a roof over your head.
Yes, sir.
Got clothes on your back.
Yes, sir.
Why you think that is?
Because of you.
Hell, I know it's because of me. But why do you think that is?
Because you like me?
Like you. I go out of here every morning. I bust my butt because I like you. You're about the biggest fool I ever saw.
You know something? Y'all know I love Denzel. I love Denzel with a passion. No, he's not a man crush. Don't get me wrong right there. I wanted to be Denzel ever since I was a kid when I saw him in Carbon Copy. I said, I can beat him one day. Never got there. But you know.
You were in a movie with him.
I was, man. Go look. I wish I could find it. If anybody finds it in the chat, and I might have it edited in here, but I was in, the closest I came to my dream was in Courage Under Fire. Did you ever hear this?
No. Yeah, he was in it.
In Courage Under Fire.
No joke.
No, I'm not lying. The movie Courage Under Fire that he was in, I was an extra in that, and they actually gave me lines. Now you couldn't hear them because I had to mouth them without saying anything. But
Carrots and peas. Carrots and peas.
Oh, it was better than that. People, if you look for Courage Under Fire, you see me in there, and I'm wearing headphones, and I forgot who the actor is that I'm next to. It's a famous actor, but I'm sitting up there, and they told me, now don't say anything, just do call signs. And at the time, I was in the National Guard. They said, so you're a military guy. You know, whatever military thing that you do, that you call out, do that. Just don't say it. Just mouth it off. Now, here's the thing, people. For all you lip readers out there, the military shit that I was calling out to people, I was calling out Cocoa Puffs, Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes. You know, I was calling out cereal, man.
Count Chocula.
Count Chocula. Rice Krispies.
Because where did they shoot that? Was it Killeen?
No, it was here.
It was in Austin?
It was in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, I shot that here. Cocoa Puffs, Rice Krispies. You know, I was doing all that shit. And, you know, and the whole time, I almost couldn't do it because the whole time in the next room, Denzel was there. I even heard them doing some stuff over there. It's a dream of mine come true. So it is hard for me to sit up here and see. Even when Denzel was a villain in Training Day, I still loved him. Still defend him to this day. Man, he was just doing what he had to do.
Sure.
You know, he was up against a wall, man. He had a stressful job.
Sorry, no.
He had a stressful job. You know, he was doing what he had to do.
Sure.
And the job just twisted him. But I got to say that this is the one that challenges me, man. Fences. And it's not just him, because people know that this is based on a play by August Wilson. This came out in 1983. And as you can see right there, it was one of the first people to do it was James Earl Jones. Now,
it was what he was famous for doing outside of Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That was a great role for him right here. And we showed you a little bit of his performance in there. Him and Courtney B. Vance as his son, where it's a powerful play, mainly because of dialogue. And it really does kind of challenge you to like this person, played here by James Earl Jones, Troy Maxson. And Troy Maxson is a guy just trying to hold his family together. He's working hard. What could be wrong? Especially, now, you know, some people say, well, he may be a little rough on his son, but you know, that's what makes him a man.
What law is there to say I got to like you? Do you want to stand up in my face and ask me some damn fool-ass question like that? Talk about liking somebody. Come here, boy.
When I was like, shit. When he did that, I got up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm coming. But, you know, you see how powerful that is. You see how rough he's being.
Straighten up, goddammit. Ask your question. What law is there to say I got to like you?
None.
All right, then. Don't you eat every day? Answer me when I talk to you. Don't you eat every day?
Yeah.
Nigga, as long as you living in my house, you put a sir on the end of it when you talk to me. Yes.
That's some Darth Vader shit right there.
Starts force choking him.
So force choking his ass. And you see how it worked on Courtney B. Vance. You know, that was some good parenting right there. Hey, worked for him, right? Actually, no, it did not. That's what you expect would happen right there, because that's not love. Some people say, "No, I still think it is." Corey, I don't know why you trying.
It's tough love.
It's tough. Nah, and some people, that's what you see with the trailer right there. You think it's tough love because, as I told you, Troy Maxson, he's a garbage man. And this is in Pittsburgh. This is actually part of a series, I think a 10-part series, the Pittsburgh Plays from Wilson. And here, he's a guy just trying to get by. You know, he's taking trash out every day. All he asks is that he come home, have a beer on the weekend, enjoy himself, maybe work on the house a little bit, and then go right back to it. But he keeps his family fed, clothed, and keeps a roof over their head. So why is everybody coming down on him? Why is life messing with him? And one of the things that I have to say about this play right here, this play, the people consider this play to be, the dialogue to be almost sacred at this point. So, and this is a Denzel Washington directed movie. So one of the things that I can say about this is that this is a tightly directed film. And when I say tight, I'm not talking about as in it moves quickly or, man, you know, the quality of this is so tight. I'm saying that it is sticking so strongly to its source material that it almost doesn't have room to breathe outside of that. You can tell there's no improvisation going on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you were looking at it and it doesn't need to be, because, man, one of the things that I was looking at with this movie, I said it tries hard. Real hard to make you like, or not even like, but just have sympathy for an unlikable character.
Very true.
if you see what I'm saying, because I mean, okay, see, you looking at Denzel right now. He got that smile on his face. You know, he's sitting up here having a good time with his coworker and his buddy right there. And plus, like I said, Denzel Washington, he may be training day. That was his one time, but most of the time he's real cool. And you know, this the thing with him in this film, though, he get a couple of drinks up in him, and he starts bragging about himself. He's fun to be around.
Yeah,
he's because he starts, you know, when he starts doing that, he's really trying hard to convince himself that he's happy. He's trying hard to convince himself that he has a good life. He will sit up there and talk about how, look, man, I'm a simple guy. I got a home. I got food on the table, and most of all, I got me a fine-ass wife.
Oh, woman, come here. Look here, Bruno. When I first met this woman, I got out that place saying, hitch up my pony, saddle up my mare. There's a woman out there for me somewhere. I looked at here, looked at there, saw Rose, and I latched on to her. And I told her, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I latched on to her and told her, baby, I don't want to marry. I just want to be your man. Rose told me, tell him what you told me, Rose.
I told him if he wasn't a mankind, then move out the way so the mankind could find me.
That's what she told me. You're in my way, you're blocking the view, move out the way so I can find me a husband. I thought it over 2-3 days.
Well,
Come
no,
back.
2-3 days, nothing. You was back the same night.
Come back, told her, okay, baby, but I'm gonna buy me a banty rooster and put him out there in the backyard, and when he see a stranger come, he gonna flap his wings and crow. Look here, Bono, I can watch that front door by myself. It was that back door I was worried about.
Oh, look at, and that's Viola Davis's role. She laughing, she giggling. Oh man, we do this shit at the family reunion. You know, Dad get a little bit of the sauce. He get happy a little bit. Start
day drunk.
Day drunk. Start grabbing Mama's ass a little bit. You know,
Stop.
Quit it. But if you notice now in the movie, like after a while, everybody kind of like, they started like pulling back, and they're like, okay, this is the point. He need to shut up now.
They know that other shoe about to drop.
Yeah.
They're like, wait for it.
Because the moment he keep telling them stories, like at first, like, hey, my life is good. Then you start talking about, yeah, I was a real good baseball player. Yeah, I could have been somebody if it wasn't for you motherfuckers holding me back. And everybody like, oh shit, here it comes.
I don't be like, I gotta go home. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, man.
White man don't let you have nothing.
Yeah, life is good, but it could have been a whole lot better without you motherfuckers, man. He will talk himself into bitterness. He is angry, and he lashes out. He lashes out at anybody that he can, anybody around him that's within shooting distance. The thing with him is that it's not so much that it's his family's fault or he's blaming them for anything. It's just that he just doesn't know who to be angry at anymore. Life has just got him down so much. You know, the problem with him is that at one time he could have been a history-changing baseball player.
According to him.
Yeah, so he says.
That goddamn Jackie Robinson took my shit.
Jackie Robinson, he wasn't shit.
Yeah, but it sounds like, holy fuck, dude.
Ever see that nigga? I'm gonna kill him.
I think his exact words, that nigga ain't shit. I'm like, goddamn Denzel. What the fuck?
And you're right. Even then, you don't know if he's just drunkenly telling
Because he
lies.
likes to tell tall tales to begin with.
Oh hell yeah, he does, man. And he just and he feels like if it wasn't for his father being shitty to him, if it wasn't for him having to go out and break laws just to survive, if it wasn't for him having to get into the life that he has right now because his time just wasn't there because them crackers, you know, they wouldn't let the Negro League get up there and prove themselves. If it weren't for life, everybody but him trying to do things, then he would have been something.
Right.
You know, his son comes over. He can't wait for his son to come over and ask for money. His son from another marriage, by the way. He can't wait for that boy to come over and ask for money so that he can just tell him, you know what, you ain't shit. You know what, you ain't no real man like me. His son who wants to be a musician. You know, and, you know, he's
Damn, Martin.
I mean, man, this trailer show they just make him look happy and jolly and make him look like like he's just the only time he got to get mean is when he really has to get people in line.
Yeah, that's the thing, because when this movie starts, and the clip you just showed was from the first 10 minutes of the movie, so the whole time you're watching it, I got that idea that Martin said when we watched the trailer the first time, and when we saw him doing the play, when Denzel was playing this role in the play, was that, oh no, he's going to be that jolly version of this character, so you're not really going to be that, you know, the other shoe's not going to drop, he's not going to be taken seriously, and then once that other shoe does come down.
Yeah, because we see the James Earl Jones version where
Yeah.
he's scary.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the Denzel version, he's kind of, you know, joking and lovable. And I think somewhere between Denzel when he did it on Broadway and made this movie, he spent some time shadowing my father and picked up a lot of pointers on how to really hone this character and get it just right.
Oh, yeah, man. Because when you see in the trailer actually made you root for him. Because, as I told you, man, he's just a guy trying to get by. You know, he's out there sacrificing for his family. And then his son, played by Jovan Adepo, his son had to come up while he's working on the weekend. Working at his job, working at home, working on the fence. And his son got to come up at the wrong time asking dumbass questions. Dad, how come you don't like me? And then everybody talking about, boy, he works his ass off for you. That ain't like, that's love. What are you talking about?
You eat every day.
Yes, sir.
Got a roof over your head.
Yes, sir.
Got clothes on your back.
Yes, sir.
Why you think that is?
Because of you.
Hell, I know it's because of me. But why do you think that is?
Because you like me?
Like you. I go out of here every morning. I bust my butt because I like you. You're about the biggest fool I ever saw. A man is supposed to take care of his family. You live in my house, fill your belly with my food, put your behind on my bed because you're my son. It's my duty to take care of you. I owe a responsibility to you. I ain't got to like you.
And that's good, because he don't. He resents that boy,
And
man.
this trailer edited out a couple of M-bombs that he dropped in that speech.
You know,
Oh,
it's
hell
so
yeah.
funny watching this. I was like, yeah, every Friday night my dad would get just completely blasted drunk and come home and give me that same goddamn lecture every Friday. Oh, I'm sorry, he would line us all up and give us that same speech. I mean, it got to the point where we could recite it before he was saying it.
Damn. So that's you in that helmet right there, Mark.
Kind of, yeah.
He wish he had the helmet.
Yeah, man. You know, I when you watch this, it's funny how you thought that he was making a point. No, he really resents this kid right here. And it comes through, and it just makes you angry how he's doing that. Because not only does he resent this kid, he is trying to hold him back. That kid's telling him, man, you just scared I'm going to be better than you. Yeah. And he's like, no, boy, I just want you to be something. No, you want him to be a bum like you.
Yeah, he's stomping out every single one of his dreams every chance he gets.
This movie could have been filmed in a bucket. And Denzel would have been the lead crab, man. You know,
I'm pulling you down. I got you.
pulling all you people down. I'm putting claws on all you motherfuckers right now. You know, and I tell you, that kid, man, that kid, Jovan Adepo, you know, he looks like he's scared in the trailer, but he's great in the film. I mean, there are chances when he really starts to come up because as you can, and it's intense too because throughout the movie, you can just see that anger just bubbling, man, just trying to come forward. And he's saying, I'm only gonna let this motherfucker be in my face so many times before I blow up.
What you ever give me?
Your feet, them bones that pumping hard.
You ain't never done nothing but hold me back, afraid I was gonna be better than you.
And there's one point we talking about, man, shut the fuck up.
Get away.
Yeah, I heard that too. Like, okay, here it comes.
It's scary how this movie is sometimes, because it's like, man, I don't blame you for feeling like you do, but shut the fuck up.
As a horror movie, this movie works very well.
It really does. It is so intense. And the thing with Denzel in the film that you really got to understand, where they challenge you the most, is that this is a man who has a sense of entitlement. That's one of the things that really works great about this movie, this acting that's going on in here. There's so many complexities to it, because it's hard. It's hard. This man I know he's going through something, but he has such a sense of entitlement that he feels like, well, you know what? I can get to go out and do anything I want to do. You know what? Yeah. So
I work hard every day.
I fucked up, and I hurt everybody in the family, but I earned that shit, and I'm gonna do it again. This is not a negotiation. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah.
He's a very selfish guy. As much as you want to feel for him, as much as you feel sorry for him, it's like, man, all of this you brought on yourself, but
it's somebody else's fault, according to him.
But always somebody else's fault, and still at the end of it all, you do feel sorry for him. At least I do. That's what I think is great about this. I got to tell you about the acting, because man, you said your dad did you like this all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And you still felt bad for him. No, fuck that motherfucker.
I'm not there. I'm not quite there with the feeling bad for him.
I like the way Martin he's fuming through this whole review right now. Martin having flashbacks.
You've been talking to Korey the whole time, but
no, I've been because I'm scared you're gonna turn on me like Denzel, man.
Why don't you like me, Martin?
Yeah.
Like you? I ain't got to like you.
Martin, you gonna review the movie now? What rule says I got to review this movie?
This was a movie that I watched it. I watched it at home. I watched it with my wife, and she was looking over at me. She's like, "Are you okay? Are you all right with this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this was 15 years ago. This would be a trigger for me. I'm past it now. I can just watch it and enjoy it."
Yeah, and for me, look, my dad was never as hard as Martin's dad was, but he was hard. But he was never like this. And but I can kind of relate, because there were times when I tell you what really. And maybe it was just something I could relate to with this, because no matter, I was that kid where I told my mom and dad, I told them one day, my mother would tell you, I got so sick of them arguing, I went in the room and said, why don't y'all just get a divorce? I'm sick of both y'all right now. And
yeah, but you probably didn't mean it.
No,
we would say that, and we meant it.
No, I meant it, man. I had my shit planned out. I knew I was gonna have 2 different homes. I couldn't wait to see what a hot piece of ass my dad was gonna get next. I knew I was gonna get 2 different sets of Christmas gifts. I was ready for that shit. I was gonna make
to make it profit for you.
I was, man. That's a business mind right there.
Making out 2 Christmas lists.
Yeah, shit. Had to make some major lemonade out there, shit, man.
Well, Mom said she gonna give me this. Can you match that or do better? I think I'll be spending Christmas with her.
Yeah, you got it. You see? But one of the things that I saw is that no matter how much my dad argued with my mom, no matter how much hot grease my mother threw on my dad, they loved each other. And there are times that my mom just, she understood him like nobody else. And you watch this here, and these people understand him. Viola Davis in the film, she anchors this movie, man. That's why you feel bad for him, because this is them they won Tony Awards for this. They were in the play together for years, and you see Viola Davis in the background, and she's just kind of, I'm so sick of this Negro shit. But she
puts up a brave front the whole time.
She does.
Up until he just makes it impossible.
Man, yeah, because you see her, you see the friends, you even see the children, man. They look at this dude and they see through him. When he does all that bragging and telling those stories, even when he gets mean, they all see that, you know what, we can't really say anything because he's the breadwinner here, but this dude is weak. And because everybody can deal with him, you're like, well, if they can deal with him, I really feel bad for him too, man. Because really, at one point, he's going to alienate everybody. And Viola Davis, even though everybody's saying it's Denzel's movie, Viola Davis is right behind him, because Viola Davis, as y'all said, she will put up with his shit until a certain point, and that's where you got, and then she gonna put that snot on your ass. You know?
Mucus queen comes
that
out.
mucus queen come out. You know, when she put the wrath of them nostrils on you, and there's something that happens in the movie, and she snaps, and you were so happy that she finally bucks up to him.
It's not easy for me to admit that I've been standing in the same place for 18 years.
Well, I've been standing with you. I've been right here with you, Troy. I got a life, too. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot as you. Don't you think I ever wanted other things? Don't you think I had dreams and hopes? What about my life? What about me?
Come back, Denzel, just moist, just all wet.
Well, like he encountered Slimer.
Yeah. Got ectoplasm on this shit. God damn, Viola. You know, it's you know, when you see her actually go toe to toe with him in this scene, you realize just how much she was doing without having to say anything. And I tell you, a lot of times when Denzel is showboating, Viola is right there in the background, just doing her body language, shaking her head, faking a laugh. Mm-hmm. You know, if you watch the cool thing about the film is that there are some. It's a play. It's broad. Everything out there is staged like a play, up to like even to the point where they have to emote just to reach the back of the theater. You know, have to talk loud, but. Viola Davis in a lot of scenes, man, she's just in the background. And, you know, when Denzel's doing his thing, she's back there just, you know, quiet, like, keep on with this shit, you know. And you can see moments where they look like they're happy, but if you pay attention, she's in the back showing you, like, everything's not all right
There's
here.
cracks in the mirror.
Yeah, there is.
But she doesn't want to embarrass him in front of the people he's telling stories in front of.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. She keeps her mouth shut, and you, like I said, you can go back and almost Sixth Sense this shit where you can say, well, yeah, he lying right here. She's sick of him right here.
That red balloon floats by. Like, I knew it.
Yeah, there are plenty of scenes like that where he just happy as hell. And she back there like, I'll put a knife in his ass right now.
He's just smiling.
She, let me
He's
go,
so damn drunk he won't notice.
she like, let me go heat up these grits real quick. You know, it's and with them, they've done this play for so long. I've never seen the play. I've never seen any version of it except for this one right here. Mm-hmm. But that kind of is a testament to the film, because when I watch it, man, I'm just like, well, you know what? You can feel them practically being a married couple. Just by doing this play. Mm-hmm. You know, you can tell that they are so close to each other that they feel like they are a couple, and they bring a realness to this film right here. You know, like I said, the beginning of the movie starts out funny, and their marriage looks happy, and you can start to see it. You say the cracks falling apart right here, and it's a very complex relationship that they have. And you know, and like I said, you wouldn't get that if they hadn't done this for so long together.
It's a legit chemistry.
It really is. I wouldn't be surprised if Denzel's wife even came up to Viola Davis, you better leave my motherfucking husband alone. Bitch, back the fuck up.
I know he ain't shit, but yeah. He's all I got.
He's all I got. She's like, you better back the fuck up and get these nostrils on your head. You be sliding your ass out of here.
You see an octopus?
You know, it's you know what? I don't know how you guys are feeling about it right now, because I really do feel like for all his weaknesses, this is one of the strongest films I've seen this year.
Okay,
you know?
Really?
I do. I mean, I got other things I could say about it, but I don't know how you guys are leaning towards right now. You know?
Like I said earlier, one of the biggest things that Martin pointed out that I probably wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't was about this being a play, and that hopefully we didn't want Denzel to go the route of he's playing the cheerier version of himself. Mm-hmm. And when the first 10 minutes of this, which we basically saw in that clip, the first one we played, is he's being cheery and being over, you know, embellishing all these stories and things like that. And so I'm thinking in my head while watching this, oh no, we're about to go down this route. And then it just flips on a dime and it turns into a very serious movie. And that was something I really appreciated about it. I think Denzel did an amazing job, especially portraying that character from being jovial one second and being antagonistic the next. And then but I think one of the biggest stars in here was Viola Davis, because you could see, like you said, with her body language, there were moments where she was just like, all right, I'm just gonna let you get this out. But she wasn't one of those wives that you could just run over, because she would say things like, hey, you need to do this or you need to do that, because this isn't about us, this is about our child.
Yeah.
And so like that was one of the things that I really appreciated, because she wasn't just an auxiliary character, which most wives would be in a play or a movie like this. And the other thing too was that I forgot what's the dude's name, his friend,
Mr. Bono.
Bono. Yeah, the second him and Denzel and Bono started going at it, I was like, oh no, that's Korey and Martin on the screen.
The whole first
Guess which one is Martin?
No, absolutely. The whole first act is I'm watching it. I'm like, oh my God, that's me and Korey in 10 years.
People, when you watch this, you're like, yeah, this is the flash forward. In 10 years, it's gonna be those two.
Yeah, Martin. When Martin told me that, I got offended because he's like, man.
That's right. When I told you that, you did look like, what?
Yeah, because Martin said, man, watch this movie. That's us. I was like, man, I ain't no loser like Denzel in that movie. Fuck you. And then I went home and watched like, oh, shit. That's next week.
Martin grows a white beard.
Yeah, you don't know. Who's that actor, man?
I don't know his name.
He's in a bunch of
He was
stuff.
in Manchester by the Sea, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. He's that guy is there's not a bad performance in this film, man. Everybody is giving great performances in here. And see, that's the thing why there's some shortcomings in this film. And a lot of it has to do with just the nature of the play, but I would tell you the thing that transcends that is that these actors, another reason why you feel for Denzel is because he physically transforms on a dime. Like there are moments where when he's jovial and he's happy, he is handsome as hell, Denzel. But when life gets him down, 5 minutes
Everything
later,
just sags.
everything, he's a bum. Everything just sags. Denzel is the only actor I know that can grow a 5 o'clock shadow on the spot. You know, it's shit like Play-Doh, you know.
Just push his head down, the hair goes.
Yeah, he pumps his shoe like his beard comes out.
Yeah, that and you said when he's happy and then when he's being angry, but even moments where he's like shocked by something, you're like, whoa, this is like a completely different person. When he's feeling himself to be the victim in a certain role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, it's and a lot of people in the movie, like I said, they're good, but Denzel's the only one that can really show you how life is dragging him down. And I mean, he's the one that's being dragged down by life the most in here, so it makes sense. You know, when I talk about Denzel's direction in this, I know this is his third film, and a lot of people probably won't give him credit where it's deserved, again, because of the nature of the play, but he really does deserve credit for this, and his team of his creative team of art directors here, because you know this is 1950s Pittsburgh, and the play was very confined. The play, I believe, was only about 3 sets.
Yeah,
so
and the movie portrays that basically the same. I think there's maybe only 3 or 4 scenes in here that are not in the backyard or in the living room.
Yeah, most of them in the backyard, living room, or maybe the kitchen and
The bars.
Yeah, but yet he's managed to make this 1950s Pittsburgh fleshed out, feel like a full world. You know, it feels, even though we're centered on a few locations, we do feel like this is a big working class city.
Well, especially like you have the scene where he's talking to his brother who has a brain injury, played by Michael T. Williams. And so you get to see the neighborhood, and everybody grew up in a neighborhood where you had that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Who was, had a brain injury or just, for lack of a better word, retarded.
Man.
Who walked around doing something, and you just got used to him being there doing that.
Yeah. Shit, for me, we had a dude that just walked. And I don't know, did you ever have that rumor, like you see that dude just walking every day and somebody said, yeah, man, he was, my mom always told me, when you go to a party, don't put your drink down by itself. Old Walking Joe, what other dude, and he's like, yeah, man, somebody put something in his drink when he was at a party. He been walking ever since.
That ain't happened to me. My parents didn't do that.
Yeah, man. That's the everybody got to do like Michael T. Williams in that neighborhood, just walk around all childish and shit.
That we did have.
Yeah. And you know what? While we talking about Michael T. Williams, let's go into some of the things with the play that I don't like. I mean, I love that it's a period piece. You can even see this scene right here where he's captured it, man. The cars, the buildings. You can't tell what's CG and what isn't. I mean, they did a great job at bringing that period piece there. But some things that they do, they just cannot get over the nature of the play itself. The play is it's meant for performers on a stage.
Right.
And so, a lot of things that are happening, they're very stagey. I mean, you can tell when they go off on what's up.
I told him you're going to use that word.
Yeah, well, but I'm using it because you see it, right? I'm like, nah, I just know you motherfuckers. You just that damn predictable. That's
I
why.
know you, Troy.
See, that's happening already.
That's one right there. I knew you gonna use that word.
Has he been in the play with those two? Because I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like their chemistry was like feel like they've known each other for years.
Yeah, but Martin, why do you think? Do you not see it? Because when I say that this was stagey, I'm saying that they give you have long scenes of them doing monologues. It's sometimes these things are filmed in one long scene, and the reason it's look that's good because the dialogue is so great. But then there are times when they feel like real people. And then they got some point where they have to emote in where they do that thing on stage where people, the spotlight comes on them and they just stare off.
The soliloquy.
And they just do a soliloquy. They start singing on the Negro spiritual, or they talking to death. Come on, death, and come get me now. And it's like, okay, that takes me out the film. On stage, that would be great.
Yeah.
But it kind of takes you out the movie. I mean,
I feel like
they do it off and on.
Yeah, with this though, I mean, because he's a drunk, and I'm pretty sure you've seen drunks just scream out,
Probably in the mirror.
Yeah,
Shit, that was me last week.
so yeah, like with this, you kind of buy it. I think even without knowing this is a play, if you go into it, you'd notice certain things where, like, yeah, they spend a lot of time in only certain locations. And I remember the scene when you talked about it earlier, when his son from another marriage came in to borrow money. Denzel was just sitting in that chair, like the camera didn't move the whole time. I was like, wow, we're spending a long time on this shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's not jarring. It doesn't feel very stagey, but I think you would still notice some elements that were taken from the play. So I think it's not. I don't think it detracts from the film, though.
Man, you don't know me. Shit, I'm getting mad now. What you tell him? What
I called it an hour
What
ago.
did really? What did he say? Well,
He said exactly that. Like when it comes to things being transitioned from the stage to movies, you usually criticize it.
I notice. I don't criticize.
You said one of the negative things about it is it's stagey.
That's a critique.
Is that a
that's a criticism.
That's an observation. Well, it is. Let's debate about it on the porch, Mark.
All right, Troy and Bono.
Let me get my drink. Now you knows that you saw that staginess in there, Martin.
Starts checking out our vinyl bitch over there. Here we go.
I was saying the other day, the stage play just don't translate to the screen. But Martin gonna think he know me. You don't know me, Martin. You don't know me, man.
I'm gonna come in here, Korey. Why you don't like me? Don't say I got to like you. I pay you, right? Yeah, but
Oh man, River.
I'm gonna get you done. And you too.
Yeah, it's gonna be you and me arguing and me just going like, well, it's time for me to get home.
Siskel and Ebert, they beat me to it.
Man, wouldn't let me be a critic.
I was the Negro Leagues of Critics. Fuck Elvis Mitchell. That nigga ain't shit.
You do all that way too naturally.
I know. Shit, that's me when I get drunk.
This ain't his first time.
Yeah. We've done this before. Exactly. Well, the reason why I say that because that God damn it, I can't walk around. That staginess applies to characters, and that's why when you brought up Michael T. Williams, I was like, man, that broadness of people having to emote like they're on stage applies to him to the point. As Martin said, he hates to use that word. I do too, but he went full retard. He had that. Look, the only reason why I say this because he went. When I say take it, not my words. That came from the great Australian actor in Tropic Thunder,
Robert Downey
Jr. The great black Australian actor, Robert Downey Jr. He went full retard, it looks almost cartoonish in a way, not that like that well balanced retard that he had in Forrest Gump when he played Bubba. With this one,
that one he was just a little slow.
Yeah,
like
he was
slow. This one he had a war injury.
Yeah, he had a brain injury.
He had a plate in his head.
And like I use the word retarded in as much as because it's a period piece. It reminds me of when I was a kid, and it would be a guy like that. And retarded was the only word we had for it.
We used it all the time.
Yeah,
yeah,
and I don't feel like he went full retard
No.
to say, but like he like you saw he would interact with kids and he'd be like, all right, I'll see you later now. And then like he would have interactions where you would see there was something, he was lucid at some points, but it was just that disability that was holding him back.
I got you. Look, some people at work, but he was just kind of like yippee, and I was just like, it's not.
If I didn't grow up with guys who would just exactly like
Really?
that, I might criticize it, but I'm like, damn, he nailed it.
Okay, because to me it just said acting. But then again, I didn't have the kind of experience that you did.
There'd be like 2 or 3
Didn't
guys
you
in
have
there
Early?
Yeah, Early was down, but Early was Down syndrome, man. Like he was way,
Gone.
fuck gone. Yeah,
I say fucked up.
Yo,
So it's like, how are you going to tap dance around this?
I was like, yeah, but he was like,
God.
he was
I wanted to throw you a lifeline, but I was like, I don't know. This might be one of those situations where a man is drowning, and all he's going to do is pull me down and with
he
him.
just wanted to see if I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, but Early was he was
like, fuck, like, God, stop. God.
Early had like almost some Elephant Man shit going on, but but yeah. Anyway, but I tell you the other thing with this is that look, you had experiences with it. I had some experience. I think anybody who's had experience with a black family in this movie can really relate. I mean, without Denzel even being or being around somebody as extreme as Denzel. I mean, some of the things where you were told how you were told to act, what you were told to do. Anybody, I challenge anybody to not be taken back to that childhood who was raised in a black family. I challenge you to go through the whole movie without letting one, yes sir, slip out by accident. Yes ma'am,
It's really uncomfortable when he gets in his son's face. You start recoiling on the couch. You're like, oh no, back away, Korey, no.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about the movie. Shit, I'm talking about how y'all are gonna go back to some of your childhoods. Like this movie, for some people, it's almost like you being with your mom and daddy. I heard my name called out in this movie so much, it was my mom and daddy. At first, I thought it was cool the way the movie was saying my name in it. I hated that shit by the end of it, man.
Wait, Korey. I want him to help me with this fence.
Well, Korey, I was putting on my shoes, getting ready. I was like, wait a minute.
Nah, man, I kid you not. There was one point I was watching this and I went to my fridge to go get something to drink, and I heard, Korey.
Your man Korey too.
Yeah, oh no, all the man. God damn it, Denzel.
It'd be funny if you're Korey, put that soda back.
sorry. You don't need the calories. Oh my God.
Help me with this fence.
Man, every time they said Korey, don't hit me.
He just shuddering.
This movie abused me, man. Psychologically abused me. But I would tell you, for all the problems that I might say that I have with the movie, it's the acting in it that makes it so powerful. These people, as I said, they know the material. Denzel and Viola Davis, they know the material so well. They are so close to it. They understand it so much. The movie might have its lulls here and there, its low points here and there, but for the most part, it has a huge impact. That dialogue cannot be denied. I challenge you again to sit there and not be moved, almost in fear in some of the things that they say here, and just to not be taken in by people who forget being taken, looking at them as characters, just admiring how much they really love this material right here. They love this material. If there's anything that I can say that is and I have to say this because the movie has so many great parts in it that you're thinking it's going to end on a high. I actually hated the last 5 seconds of this movie, man. I rolled my eyes so bad and can't really say what it is, but
I remember the last 5 seconds.
Well, good. Let's leave it like that.
Okay.
That's probably for the best, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's extremely cheesy. It's something where the movie was so powerful and was doing its job so well in that last act that they pulled like just something that was really just. It's really cheap at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of. I'm assuming because they didn't want you to leave the theater thinking, "Oh God, I just sat through a depressing ass movie and that's it." So it gives you some kind of glimmer of hope at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But it did really feel kind of tacked on. I was gonna say that whole epilogue kind of just felt tacked on. Just to, I mean, keep in mind it may be in the play. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But it just kind of felt like, all right, we need to wrap this up neat so people can leave with a at least decent feeling of, all right, this is done and you should feel good. About it.
Yeah, it's a movie that's better than what it pulled at the end. I mean, it really is. What would you give it, man?
For this, man, it's a really great movie, and again, it's. I think it's probably one of the best things that made a transition from play to the silver screen. And yeah, the one thing that really holds it back from me giving it a better than sex is that epilogue, man. That kind of just, I was like, this is too perfect. Like, it shouldn't end this way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a solid full price for me. Go check it out.
Gosh, you never asked me what I thought about the movie.
Well, you know that naturally was going to go to you, man. Come on, Mr. Thomas, now.
All right. What I'll say is I rarely have a problem with a movie translating from the stage to film, even if it's stagey. I'm like, yeah, it was a play. I'm down with that. And one of my favorite plays is Death of a Salesman, which this is so much like the black version of Death of a Salesman. And one of the things, like you bring up Training Day. This is another one of those Denzel roles where, yeah, because he's so charismatic and lovable that when the movie starts, you're like, hey man, he's a little rough, but he's just funny. And yeah, I know, but life has been hard for him. He's just trying to give tough love, and it comes like in the third act where you're like, oh no, he's a son of a bitch. I've been giving him credit this whole time. Fuck this dude.
Have you noticed that this is almost a second Training Day role?
Oh, yeah.
He is almost, what was his name, Alonzo?
Yeah,
he's almost like Alonzo, where he pretty much has lied to himself so much. He's disillusioned about the shitty things that he has done.
Oh yeah. But you go along with him. I mean,
Exactly.
that's the power. I mean, I give Denzel all the credit in the world that he was able to pull this trick off twice. Because after Training Day, you're like, you ain't gonna fool me again. And it's like, you motherfucker.
No, you were cutting him some slack.
Yeah.
You were cutting him a lot of slack.
You're like, hey man, life is hard for him. He's a black man, and he just didn't get those breaks. And he's got a good heart. And by the end, you're like, nah.
Fuck this dude, man.
Fuck this dude.
No, and that's the thing about it. You feel sorry for him, but still, as much as they try to tell you, like, look, man, come on. Just at this point, you take it easy, all right?
It's even the parts where he should be saying sorry. He was like, nope,
No,
I act
I
like this, and I'm going to continue to do it. You better get in the program.
Yeah, the movie tries to get you to like be a better, like they will really judge you as a person. The movie's trying to get you to be a better person, but I wasn't. I was like, no, fuck this dude, man.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I know I did wrong, but it worked out for me. This is what I had to do. So we cool, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
The acting is stellar. Like the things that I like in movies, which is dialogue and acting, this had it in spades, way above what I was expecting. Honestly, I had just we had to fill out our ballots for our best of movies for the Film Critics Association, and I had my ballot almost filled out, and I watched this that day. And this shot right to the top. This is probably my favorite movie of the year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I give it a full price better than Sex.
All right.
I mean, I don't remember the last, 5 minutes
We'll
you
talk
guys
about it
talking
after
about.
the movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, for me,
yeah, I was emotional about
So wait,
it.
is it a high price or better than sex?
Oh, sure, better than Sex, sure. I mean, for me, it's one of those.
He tried to sneak out of here, give it a two ratings, man.
I'm sorry. No. But for me personally, it's better than Sex. But if I say that, I don't want people going like, "Man, I saw it. It wasn't better than Sex for me." I'm like, "Well, sorry. For me, it's better than Sex."
Will Valley Senior.
Yeah, I know. It's like you turning into Denzel now. Nobody's criticizing you. You know what I'm saying? Try to take my rating away from me. You heard my criticisms. And I thought the movie, I honestly don't think that it's a great movie, but I think it's lifted up by great performances. Like the story itself, I don't think is as strong as the people who are as strong as the characters that inhabit this story, if that makes sense to anybody. So I can't really go as far as Martin did with his Better Than Sex, but yeah, this is one of my favorite movies of the year. And again, I told that says something about the film where I noticed major faults in there, especially with the story, and I'm still able to say that I was way moved by this film and give it a very high full price.
Yeah, this is probably one of the only movies this year that I didn't feel like any actor was weak. Like even his son, this other son, came on for 3 minutes, and you're like, wow, he's doing a good job too.
Yeah. No, everybody's strong in this film, and if nothing else, as I said, there's not a moment in here. I might say there's some lulls as far as the story goes, but there's never a moment where you're bored. There's never a moment where it doesn't have your attention. And if you do sleep, Denzel gonna reach out there and grab that ass. Nigga, you better wake up and watch this goddamn movie.
Bruh, I was so happy that twist was not what we predicted.
Oh, right.
You're like, wow, that's some realistic, impactful shit.
He does something in this movie where you almost have to admire. People say I'm an asshole. And you have to admire the balls this dude has.
That shit is pure villainy. What he did,
it really is.
Yeah, it wasn't even just what he did, but how he reacted after doing it.
Yeah,
the way he just lays it down.
It's almost like he's insane.
Yeah,
really?
It's the whole movie. You're like, you can't do worse than what he did to this person or this person. He finds a way.
Yeah, and comes in there just like, you know what? That's just the way it is.
And you gotta fix my problem.
Right. And if you don't, Hey, if you don't like it, you just made my life easy. Get the fuck out. You know, I was like, wow. This motherfucker is delusional. he gonna cry. You know I'm the victim here, right? Man, fuck you. I'm getting mad now. Shit, I'm like his son. You ain't shit, daddy. I used to believe in you, Denzel. Why you do this shit? I let it slide through training. I can't defend you no more.
The thing is, he would go out of his way to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, people this time, I'm not gonna say what he did, but he had to go somewhere to do something to fuck somebody else up. They come back, they're like, "Why did you do this?" Like, I had it handled. Why did you mess it up? Because you wasn't doing it my way.
Yeah.
What?
You know what? I don't want to be you no more. Fuck you, Denzel. I don't want to be you no more, daddy.
Too late. You already on the path.
Yeah.
You
Been
are
bit by that radioactive Denzel. You can't go back.
I am my father's son. Say, hey, you an asshole just like him. Shut the fuck up. That's why I hate about it. I ain't even gonna lie. I was Denzel. Man, that's why I hate this shit.
You be pushing around Mojo. Well, say I got to like you.
I'll stop shedding on my goddamn couch.
I takes you out to piss. I buys your dog food. I combs your fur. Who says I got to like you? Nigga, you better put a sir at the end of that bark.
Now, don't you go through life worrying about whether somebody like you or not. You best be making sure that they're doing right by you. You understand what I'm saying?
Everything that boy do, he do for you.
It's not easy for me to admit that I've been standing in the same place for 18 years.
Well, I've been standing with you. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot as you.